Hey everyone, it's Michael and
Alex
and
Ruben
from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au, bringing you another very, very exciting Friday.
I am so excited for this Friday, Michael.
Yeah, good on you. Guess who's got a day off?
It's been a long time coming, I tell you what. I'm just worried that finally I have one Saturday off, and then my body's going to go, oh, no.
That's what Michael does.
Yes.
Yeah. No, we're going to get sick and do the whole regenerative process now. And I'm like, healing
Guess
crisis.
who doesn't have Saturday off?
This guy.
Yeah, so very happy Friday, everyone.
Yeah. Yes. I upset my family because I forgot all about having to cover for it. And one of the kids was saying something to me and I went, oh, Saturday? Oh, no. I got to work. I forgot all about that.
Welcome to my world, Michael.
Yeah, but you don't forget you're working. You forgot that you weren't working Saturday.
No, sometimes I forget that the day after is a Sunday and I'm like, oh, I get to, well, not sleep in because my body's now, I want to sleep in, but there's no, it's like I still get up just after 6. You wake up and you like try and put yourself to sleep again.
Because I'm up, my alarm's set for 4 a.m., but it never goes off. I wake up somewhere between 3 and 4. And even on Saturday, I will turn my alarm off on Saturday. Will not be on. I will still wake up between 3 and 4.
I know. That's the annoying thing. But you know what? I'll get a bit more of my one day off.
Hey, Andrew's out in the middle of nowhere by the sounds of it at the Camel Race Festival.
Going to attach a bean bag to a camel. That'll be a first.
No. At least 3 camels with 3 different sized bean bags.
I think you'd say 3 different sized backsides. You're going to stick it to. Oh, dear. Speaking of which, I have to actually send Ruben a picture. I'd forgotten about that. You've just reminded me.
All right, then you're out of the running to guess where it is.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, it won't take you too long to guess where this one is. It's pretty obvious. But we can keep talking while I'm looking for that.
Well, the first thing people are kicking us off with, a few people mentioning that world record that we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, people were talking about at the Perth Mint. They have created a very, very large bar, over 500 kilos.
Photo or it didn't happen. There we go.
I like to think that that's just a perspective trick and they've just put like a really small bar really close to the camera and put him really far back, like how they shot Lord of the Rings kind of thing. It's not actually that big, but...
So, look, they're just not committed to the cause. At BN, when we do an unboxing, we hold the bar that we're showing.
Yeah. That's
What's
great.
The go?
Look, I really like that. I really like that bar. What's the... Because maybe we can beat it. No, not with the gold, but copper. World's biggest copper bar for Mike. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm all
Mate,
for
the
it.
way copper's been flying out these doors, I tell you what. I'll do an update next week. I'll do an update next week.
521.2. It's hitting there.
I reckon we could beat that.
Sorry, what was that?
521.2.
Copper or gold?
In gold. Well, we assume it's in gold.
No, that's gold, but what's
come
the
on,
copper
Perth,
one?
prove it.
Chop it in half like a real YouTube channel.
Let me come over with my saw.
It will be very interesting to see where they display that and if it will be on the Perth Mint tour that we do, or if that will make it as a part of the public tour. Or I actually haven't watched the video with sound to see what they're doing. I've just kind of skimmed it through for those screenshots, but very interested to know what they're going to do with it.
That's a great question, Ruth, and an even better counter here. So speaking of Perth Mint tour, I know someone's already asked how are the picks going for
the picks have been made.
We've picked them.
Yeah.
Have we sent the pick'ems out?
No, but
we have not.
I've decided we're not doing the ticket thing like we did last time because we've already picked all the people, so I may as well just email directly. So hang fire Monday if that works for you.
Yeah, mate, you get it organised. Okay. I don't care.
All right.
However you want to do it.
So hang fire for an email on those.
I don't know who's won, but congratulations in advance to all the winners.
There is one. I'm trying to put this out very carefully. I actually owe someone a ticket out there, and if I say it's Choc Sultana, he might know who it is. But I'd actually forgotten who'd given them to me, so I can tie the reason I owed that person one to a packet of Choc Sultanas, but I can't remember exactly who it was.
Maybe they already won.
Maybe
as part of the pick.
Hope so.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Well, we'll We'll find out then on when, Monday?
That's a him question, not a me question.
All right.
Yes. And Aussie Gig asking if we get an email if you didn't make it. I can absolutely put that through as well. So you'll get one if you didn't. You get one if you did. So
Handing over, number one.
If you just see the notification from an email, it doesn't mean you've made it. But at least you'll know.
Yeah, it's an amazing tour, that one. And seriously, we can't keep let me start a sentence and actually complete it for a change. We can't keep everyone happy with this one, particularly this time round. We had so many applications and they are so limited numbers. So we are going to disappoint far more people than we're actually going to please on this one. So apologies in advance. If you do get a ticket to it, congratulations. It really is a little bit like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, this one, with the golden ticket. But I just wanted to add an asterisk to that. If you get a ticket and you cannot make it, please let us know so we can reallocate that as early as possible to someone else, because there are so many people. And we will if you've put your name down for one, we will put you on the wait list. So if anyone does pull out, we'll bung it straight back into the pool again and offer it out. So please, if you can't, and things come up, we understand that. But, if something comes up and you can't make it, the earlier you can let us know, the better we are, because then we can offer it widely. Yeah. If it's like an hour beforehand, we're on the phone madly trying people that we know live around the Perth area.
A bit difficult. But,
so it makes it a bit harder.
Speaking of Chocolate Factory, I'm going to do another segue. SL7383, 500 kilogram chocolate sultanas in a forge right now, Michael.
Oh, yeah.
So
bring it on. Absolutely. I'll go that one. Oh dear.
Yeah.
We got a few people saying hi and hello. We've got Oz Guy asking, have you heard any rumours about the Perth Mint making 100-ounce bars again? Please answer.
Please answer.
Yes.
They said please. Well, we better answer if they say that.
I'll answer. I haven't heard anything.
I'll answer. I have heard.
Cool.
So nothing official at this point, but Perth Mint is... I believe Perth Mint, let me phrase it that way. I believe Perth Mint is looking at both the 10... They're actually... I'm having trouble completing sentences today.
Get your full strength.
Yeah, I need something. So Perth Mint are looking at a variety of different things, and they're actually coming up with some really good ideas. And the 100-ounce bar, I believe, I'm not employed by Perth Mint. I can't speak on behalf of Perth Mint, but the 100-ounce bar was also in the mix. I don't think we're going to see it anytime soon, because I still think I know that they're still recovering from January, the same as the rest of the industry. But I do know that the rumours are, I've got to be really careful here, the rumours are that they're actually starting to get capacity over there to actually talk about these things and start programming them into the production cycle. So I don't know. It could happen next week, but I don't expect it to happen next week. I certainly haven't seen the marketing or anything along those sort of lines for it, but it wouldn't shock me. Probably more the 10-ounce bar than the 100-ounce bar in silver, I would suggest. But it wouldn't shock me to see a 10-ounce, late this year, early next year, sort of timing. The 100-ounce bar will be a little bit later than that, I'd suggest. But, yeah, it wouldn't shock me again to see that kind of into the new year. We're seeing 100-ounce bars. But if you're after a 100-ounce Perth Mint bar, I do believe we've actually got some buyback 100-ounce Perth Mints in stock. So if that's the reason behind your question, some of the older ones, if you want to put in an order under buyback 100 ounces and just write in the notes, Perth Mint, please, I'll make sure that I'm pretty sure there's 2 Perth Mints at least, 100-ounce bars. So I can get you those through.
Now I'm going to have to take a sip because I was in the middle of typing and I wanted to ask something. Any rumours, now remember, any of those rumours relate to possibly any comebacks of a half-ounce gold?
Oh, now that's a sore point, because they have actually produced the half-ounce gold cast bar, and
but for
people over there
distribution,
they have not made it available. And last conversation I had, which was several months ago, I'll admit that, but the last conversation I had with Perth was that they weren't intending on it being available for wider distribution because they were looking at other things.
We're going over there with a, to pick up a few while we're over there at
Well,
the retail side.
Yeah, I don't
Bring
think
a
they'd
few
be
back
too
with
happy
us.
if I
In the
did, but-
meantime, I'm gonna wait till I'm legally entitled to derive enjoyment out of my self-managed super ones that are holding them. So
Don't worry, Prime Metal. Alex still has his coffee. It's just hidden.
no, yeah.
Actually, this was sponsored this week by.
Yes, Roz.
Thank
you
you.
very much. And we were talking this morning about how the government's putting the onus on bullion dealers to do a lot of work for because then they save, but we take up the brunt unpaid. So today I poured my own coffee. No, I went to the cafe. She goes, "I'm going to make you pour your own, you pour the milk." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, come here. This is how you do it." I'm like, "All right." So now I've got cafes making me pour my own milk. And Victoria poured yours. So,
that's why it
and I
tastes a
have
bit
to
dodgy.
say, this one tastes the best ever.
Your modesty, Alex. Your modesty.
I don't know. I don't know if it had anything to do with me pouring it, but yeah, I think I found a new potential side gig, after hours gig, to help buy more of those.
Mate, if you
half-ounce
want more
blobs.
work, you can work on Saturday.
Good things, yeah.
I was going to try and beat some of the comments on it, but people have beat me to it. But yeah, Michael, how we're always hanging out for 1 ounce cast bars and minted bars at the moment.
Yeah.
I think I know what they might have been busy doing. They've been a little busy making something else with their gold.
Vaughan there is saying 35 people involved. I imagine it took a while because they had to measure everything perfectly. If they were measuring everything perfectly,
it would have been
why
500
is it
kilos.
521.1 kilos? Why wouldn't they have rounded that one out? I don't know.
I'm very curious as to what the previous record was as well. Like if that
It probably wasn't a previous record. They've created it.
I mean, it's good. No,
That's clever marketing, that one
it
is.
does have to exist somewhere.
Oh, dear.
It's still very cool to see. Any buyback Perth Mint bars with old logo? Aussie drop by.
They come and go, particularly the left-facing swans. I reckon we see them. I reckon we see them every month. I don't know.
Left facing in what side?
1 ounce gold.
I saw one about half an hour ago.
Oh, there you go.
One, but that that's.
Oh, look,
one
they
that
don't come in like 50 at a time or
Yeah,
anything
no.
like that. But yeah, look, we see them. We see them regularly enough that if you came in and said, "Hey, can I have a look?" Again, I'm struggling with the English today.
Take a sip.
Yeah.
Take a sip.
If you came in and said, "Look, have you got a 1 ounce Perth Mint in the buyback sort of thing, left-facing swan," you'll probably find once out of every third time you come in, you'd probably statistically jag one, kind of that sort of number.
This was about maybe 3 months ago, but I bought back a bunch of gold. It was about eight 1 ounce gold, the Perth Mint cast bars, and they were all left-facing swans, and they were all the most immaculate looking. They were kept inside, I believe it was a 10 ounce capsule. So it was just absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, you can jag them sometimes.
Yeah.
But if
But
you're
you
after
don't
that
see
sort
them
of thing,
often.
come and let us know. I hesitate to say order one online, like a buyback online, and put it in the notes because
No, I wouldn't, because a couple of years ago, yes. Now they hardly, compared to the other ones that come through, they hardly come through. But you know what?
They
What's
still
that
come
ad?
through.
What's that Northern Territory ad? You never know if you then give it a go or something.
No,
like
I don't know.
Daryl Summers, no? Yeah,
Oh, that was
someone's
years
gotta remember.
ago.
Was it? What? Look, after the bullion rush from 2026, started. I don't know if it was a decade or a year ago, but
Time flies when you're having fun.
oh yeah.
Ozzy, if you want to send us an email, send it through to. Well, actually, I don't care, either sales or live. Just send through an email and I'll see if I can put one aside for you if you're serious and you're interested.
And I can keep an eye out certainly if
Yeah.
any come through.
Because they come in semi-regularly. It's just a case of remembering to put it aside. Sort of thing. So, oh, there you go. Kerry Mills says
thank
you're
you.
right.
Yep. Yeah, Daryl Summers. Yeah.
I showed my kids some Hey It's Saturday this week.
But what did you show? If it wasn't red faces.
Part of it, I showed them two things. One of them was Red Faces,
Pluck
and
It
one
Up?
of them was it wasn't Plucker. The other one was an interview with Mel Gibson when he looked about 15. It was really strange. But yeah, they had no clue. I feel like I failed as a parent. They had no idea who Saturday was.
Yeah.
So, yes,
Wow.
a little disappointing, that one.
And it confuses a lot of us new Australians from back in the day when it was like, oh, Aussie ostrich. So you're thinking all the ostriches are in Australia because it's
Yeah, that's
Aussie
right.
ostrich, not Aussie emu, you know? That was a bit confusing at the time. There's a new Australian back then.
Oh, dear. All right, what do we got, Rubes?
We've got someone here saying, how often do people go from unallocated silver to physical silver they get sent out? Like every week?
All the time. All the time. It'd be
Absolutely.
some people have it for years before they do it, but it would be a daily thing where we're converting unallocated to physical. As in a several times a day thing, not just a one-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like, now we know who is going to be making the coffees when you install a coffee machine in the waiting room.
That's
I don't know,
It's not going to happen.
No, I don't know. But actually, it was the cafe was Pex Road, which I go to normally around here. They actually recorded, and she said she's going to send it to the owners. So I don't know what's happening with that, but maybe we can get a sponsored coffee machine. From
Yeah, well, now we're talking.
We had Aussie Drop Bear before asking about an update on the Tudor Beasts.
And Aussie, you're really working us hard today.
He is.
I don't have an update on the Tudor Beasts. I said last week I'd chase it up.
I think, and the week before that.
Actually, why don't I send an email now? Like, not an email, a message to Adsy. Which one are we looking at, or just all of them?
The next one.
Was it the dragon?
Submarine Customs. I've just had a message come through.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Customs. Good old customs. It's either in customs or treasury, depending on if it's an international or a
That's
domestic.
it. One of those things.
Okay. Alrighty. What else have we got, Rubes?
I've got a bar in front of you, Michael. The blue variety, indicating for those that had pre-ordered them, the swans have arrived.
We have. Have you got some proper footage?
I don't have a proper one. I've just got the computer generated one there, but a very, very cool bar.
Yeah, the blue is probably slightly more purpley in real life.
Yeah.
But that's
Agreed.
probably the only difference between those. I'm glad these have come through. These are a brilliant Perth Mint. If you're listening, you don't need to flood the market with these types of things, but you need to do these sorts of things more frequently. Even if it's on an annual basis, where they've taken a much loved product that they produce, which is the 1 ounce minted bar in gold. And they've actually given it a bit of flair. So they've stuck the Australian swan on there, which is obviously very appropriate for West Australia. They limit them. I think is it 50,000 or 30,000? It's less.
It's pretty
than
limited. But the other thing with it is it's a recreation of the 2017 design,
Yeah.
so the original. The only thing I'm upset about is I feel like they missed a trick by not waiting till next year and calling it a 10-year anniversary.
Yeah,
I feel like, come on, just wait that one more year. But
Yeah.
still, I think it's a very, very beautiful product.
Yeah, but it's been going well. Our first bevy of the swans has already pretty much sold from the shop. I don't know about online.
We are done on them. I think Adam was trying to secure a couple more.
And-
it's Perth Mint sold out as well.
We don't have any more that he said we had.
Oh wow! Or maybe it's just there's no.
It could have just been that run. It could have just been the run that we had.
Yeah, I think it's probably just. I can't imagine they've sold out. I know they were going to go pretty well, but I didn't think they'd sell out that quick.
And I love how there's, I don't know if you can see, but there's a
It's
water
a
effect.
25,000 vintage.
There's a water
25,
effect on the on the coin and on the bar
packaging.
and the actual packaging.
Yeah.
And it melds into one. And I absolutely I love little clever details like that. I think there's a job well done. And the color, the gold onto the
purple, the royal purple kind of color.
The Royal French Purple is what I was going to go with. But yes, that's...
How specific is that?
I don't know. I've just been confident in my guessing. I know French Royal Blue, but I don't know if there's equivalents of purple. But that's just absolutely gorgeous. It's just hit it out of the ballpark.
Yeah, look, if you're listening, you've nailed it with that one. And I would like to see more of these types of productions. Again, don't flood the market. It's nothing worse than... They bring out, and I'm not attacking Perth Mint here, I'm attacking the industry here, where they somebody will bring out one thing and it looks great and it has a great response. And then a month later, there's like 400 different types of them. And it's just...
Did you say Year of the Dragon every year?
Well, the dragon is one thing, but there's other things
when it's the Year of the Dragon itself, it's just, like I've noticed it
You get
this
dragged
time
out.
around. I mean, I wasn't collecting in 2012, right? But looking back at different series, because everyone knows all of my Lunas, it didn't seem like there were that many dragons around. But in 2024, they were just
But wasn't
everywhere.
wasn't that long ago where really Perth Mint owned the lunar market? Like they were pretty much the only ones that produced. Yeah, there was a few others, but Perth Mint did it properly and they actually committed to it and did a professional job. And then it was kind of a toss up between the Perth Mint and the Canadian Mint. They were kind of producing it and doing it well. And then, yeah, as you said, the 2024 was ridiculous. But even the 2012, I think that was where people realised, the 2012 Dragon, where people actually realised, oh, hang on a sec, there's money here to be made. And so they really pushed the
investment
market
the boat and collector market.
Yeah.
And a speculation market, like people that want to speculate how it's going, But it's like, it sort of reminds me of the like Star Wars collectibles. They're worth a lot because most people threw out the packaging as kids, in the 80s. Whereas then the second round, when Star Wars hit in 2000s, with New Hope and all that, everyone just went crazy, like buying so much and keeping it pristine. But because there's so many pristines out there, it's not really that collectible.
Some of them. Look, you're on a winner here, Perth. Stick with it. Don't flood the market, but honour the classic 1 ounce minted, and then do something like this every so often with different things.
It reminds me of the other bar, the
Oriana.
Yeah.
Oh, mate,
that was before my time, but I've seen a few come through as buyback. I haven't seen one come through in the buyback in about a year.
You want a marketing tip, Perth? Do a commemorative Oriana bar.
Oh.
That would go like a frog in a sock.
I still think the best idea that came from Friday live stream was a lunar completer.
Oh, I knew you were going there.
Who would not come on?
They've already produced the boxes. Didn't stop Royal Mint, to be fair.
Okay, but think of this. Like, what's that movie? Dream within a dream within a dream.
Inception.
Yeah, like the box containing the other boxes.
Just a bigger box.
Oh, mate. You're an ideas man.
Mate. Arm and mockers, marketing, design.
I think I'm on fairly safe ground here. My son had his girlfriend over the other day. She's a really nice girl. And we made some comment about, the castle? The film. If you say no to this, I'm just about going to cry after this week.
Tell him his dream.
Tell him his dream. Well, how much does he want for it?
All right. So the castle is being made into a musical, a stage play.
Oh my
so
goodness.
we're talking about that around the dinner table. Kez had come over for tea, and she's like, "What's the castle?"
Coral Castle. It's
No, not
between the castle and
she probably wouldn't even know that. She probably wouldn't even know the Coral Castle. Yeah.
She's going, "What are you talking about? What's the castle?" We go, "Are you kidding me?" Yeah. So we had to educate her, and after dinner, we watched The Castle again.
Nice.
It's still a brilliant film.
I don't know.
How do we get onto these topics?
I blame Daryl Summers.
Absolutely, it's the vibe.
Oh
man, I had a week. Hey, it's Saturday. The Castle. It's been a great week.
Need some education done in that household.
Right.
There's a few shout outs going through. There was a few for Alex sorting those Britannias from last week. So those 2015, 2012s. What was it?
2012.
2012. Sorry, I was thinking of a kangaroo.
31.087.
That's the old ones.
And I know that off by heart now because I have to do all the invoicing. And I have to do individual because there's no SKU for it. So I have to do buyback grams. Buyback silver grams with GST, then take the GST out because then the invoice adds the GST on it. So yeah,
there was some for Darren down at EDC, did an LCS thing by the sound of it, and a big shout out to Sylvia and the packing crew. Rang the other day for my delivery to be sent, and it arrived very quickly, including the 5 ounce.
Good.
Thank you. I do appreciate your appreciation.
That's the way life's meant to be. We're meant to be able to get them out really, really quickly, and we're actually almost there. There's very little slowing us down now, which is really good. And even down, Ads and I were sitting down just before, because everyone will know that we've had major issues with Perth Mint 1 ounce cast, Perth Mint 1 ounce minted, and a little while ago the Perth Mint kilo bars. There's other things, but they've been a particular lightning rod for us. Like things from other mints, but they've been the lightning rods. The kilo bars we sorted out a number of weeks ago now, so they're flowing through quite well. I believe we only have to fill another 70-something, like 73 or 74 Perth Mint 1 ounces, which, yeah, okay, I'm not trying to say 70 ounces of gold is a small amount. It's not, but we've only got about 73, I think it is, 70-something on pre-order now. So we've pretty much, that's so good to see it in double digits. I was so excited. So we've almost caught up on all the pre-orders and the backlog and all that sort of stuff, and it's a very similar number with the minted bars. So we are, I reckon, within a week, a fortnight at most, we will be back on deck and back where we're supposed to be. And, you know, pre-orders are only things that have just been released. It's not, you know, pre-orders for these older things. Can't wait. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. So
I'm just like the bane of pre-orders.
Yes, that's right.
Anyone that's part of the picking team, and a lot of teams, will know what I'm talking
in the
about.
morning meeting when either Ads or myself says, so these are being released and they go into pre-order, you watch the whole vibe. Here we are, we're back at the castle. You watch the whole vibe of the whole company go, That's terrible. But we're catching up.
A couple of questions about quarter ounce gold. When are you getting quarter ounce in stock? And do we ever come across quarter ounce gold American Eagles?
We actually have some, I think they're half ounce American Eagles in at the moment in buyback.
I know we've got some $333 $20 US gold coins.
Yeah, they're not fractional, mate.
No, they're not fractional.
They're a full ounce, those things. They look great.
If you're buying kilos of gold, like some of our customers, it's fractional for them. But
yeah, mate, I'm not in your league.
I'm not in that league yet. No, but sometimes we do get them. Even rarer is to get a 1/10. We do get the 1 ounce, but the fractional is not that often that we see come through.
I've got some fractional Krugerrands in at the moment.
Yes.
Gold Krugerrands.
Yeah. They've been
So they were
selling
in buyback.
recently. The Krugers have been coming and going pretty much instantly.
And so the Sovs, they've been...
And the $200 coins.
Yeah, $200 as well.
Yes,
but
they
the
do
Sovs
come with
particularly.
They do come with GST, Desi.
Yeah.
The Sovs particularly, like, I mean, they're always popular, don't get me wrong, but you're almost getting your fingers bitten off when you put them out there now.
Yeah.
Like, people are really keen on the Sovs, which is great. Like, I fully support it. I think it's fantastic. There should be more of it.
Someone kept getting online and telling people to add flavour to their stack. I don't know what happened.
Look, I think I did
Talking
a video.
about how cool the history is.
Yeah.
I did it, and I keep. It's one of these videos that that I really should update. But I remember, literally, I'm not even sure. I think I'm trying to remember who was here. Like, there was only 2 or 3 of us in the whole company. Like, it was a rainy Saturday. I remember sitting in the old EDC, and I had some fractional Krugerrands, 1/10, quarter, half, and halves. I don't think I had the ones there. And I had them in front of me. All you see is my hands moving, and I was talking about, and it was kind of the first time I'd kind of coined the flavour in the stack and that sort of stuff. And they went. It was a great discussion about, the stories behind them. And I mean, I had the discussion with myself, but it was a great discussion. The stories behind them and what they meant. And particularly the Krugerrands have this edge to them. And I'm absolutely not making political statements here, but it's absolutely a part of South African history, and it's absolutely a part of human history. And
bullion history.
Yeah.
The first,
this is it.
Yeah.
It's, some of the first things out there. So
1967, a year to remember.
That's right. And it was that whole, it was quite an innocent discussion back then, we'd only been around a few years at that point, but it was it was just breaking down, why do you stack these? Why would you even bother looking at them? They incur GST, but it brings that whole story to life, and the whole discussion about, why is it fractional? Why is it not pure? Why are there stories behind it? What happens with these things? and it's this whole different insight into the stacking community. Yeah, sure, we all stack, kilo bars and ounce bars and fractionals and all this sort of stuff as we can afford them. But this goes to the next level. This takes the story into it. What does it mean to stack? What extra pleasure do I get out of it? Not just I've got a lump of metal that's worth X. It's transportable, it's fungible, it's all these sorts of things. But it's got feeling, it's got emotion behind it, it's got dreams behind it, it's got nightmares behind it, it's got all these types of things and human emotions built into these coins and bars from, different places and different generations and different eras and all this sort of stuff. And we really should do another special on that. Just sit down. In fact, a couple of us should sit down and just talk about our stacks and the fractionals and what it means to us outside of
I think
I've got
a
lump of metal.
And obviously, talking about that, we need to talk with samples before us. So show and tell essentially. Yeah. No, that'll be great. We'd love to do that.
I'm sad I missed the golden years of the Krugerrand where they were allowed back into circulation in whatever it was, 91 or 94, but the GST hadn't been brought in yet in 2000. So there was this little gap where you could have got them in, no worries at all without paying GST, all hunky dory.
I can tell you, because I'm looking back for over 53 years, you are living in the golden age because it's only in hindsight you see the golden age. At the time when you're living through it,
that's true.
It absolutely is not the golden age.
Wow, yeah.
What I need is a time machine is what I'm hearing.
And I feel sorry for everyone who hasn't experienced the 80s. Like, that was just...
Yeah, but I remember going through the 80s thinking, really...
This sucks. Bring on the 90s.
I should have been born in a different era.
Because I remember already in the 90s, I'm like, man, I miss the 80s. And that was like 92, 93. You know what I mean? Like,
I think the grass is always greener. I think that's what it boils down to.
I absolutely think it is. But I remember in high school, sitting around with a few mates thinking, this is what they used to do, the cars they used to have and the laws were much easier back then and you could do this and you could have that and you could spend this and it was only that much when you bought it. And we're I watch Ruben have exactly the same conversations and I watch my kids have exactly the same conversations about, it was so much better 10 years ago and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. You're living in the golden times, let me tell you, because you will look back and think, wow.
I don't ask for many things, right? But if you can, if companies just cook chips with beef tallow, right? Instead of oil.
That's to bring it back.
Come on.
This is a bullion channel, mate, not a cooking channel.
It's a connoisseur's channel.
There's a few people calling you out, Michael, for none of those sovereigns, Krugerrands, whatever, being up on the website.
It's because when I list them, they get almost bitten off at the fingertips.
They've been flying. We listed, I know we got 4 1-ounce Krugs in that were listed. As they were listed, within a couple of minutes, I went to Victoria and said, I need 3 of those. She gave me those 3. And I said, look, I'll come back if I don't sell them. Because that was with someone that actually asked through original live stream. And I kept them in mind because those years came up.
Yep.
And then for someone else as well. And then a few minutes later, I went to her and said, oh, look, they've sold. So, you don't have to put them back on. She goes, oh, the other one's just sold as well.
So now we're oversold.
So that was, no, that was enough. But that was literally maybe 7 minutes all up. And that's 4 gold Krug, all 4 gone, Same thing happens with sovereigns. So it's not just that we don't list, but it depends how often you check. Because unless you're sitting there, like, updating, some things just come up and go. And a lot of people these days that I've seen, and this is a trend that I've noticed from the start of this year, it's that I see so many invoices now, and when we list, say, 20 items, there'll be maybe 3 buyers or 2 buyers or sometimes 1 buyer. They'll just buy it all. They have this money to spend, or it's a super, and it's like, I like that. I'm locking it in. Bang, it's all gone. And then people go, oh, why didn't you list it? No, we have, but they're gone. Yeah. So the markets, I've noticed that only from pretty much January and February. And it might be that FOMO that's kicked in, and people don't want to miss out.
Yeah.
And if they miss out, they don't know if they'll get what they want back. So, yeah, who knows? But I know that it just gets listed and it sells. Yeah. And something I respond to someone else, you need to know buy back gold online. Like I said, we need people to sell us the gold back before we can put it up online, because we've got to sell what we have, and you can't order the buybacks. So we're basically waiting for buybacks to come in, and more people are still buying from us than selling to us.
Yeah, I had to laugh as I was coming onto live stream there. One of our regulars was in the store and says to me, "Oh, so have you got any interesting gold buybacks?" I said, "Mate, we haven't even got any gold buybacks, never mind interesting ones." And he's like, "Oh." And Kerry, one thing we don't need to bring back is the shoulder pads from the 80s.
No, but the leg warmers, I mean, it's getting pretty chilly.
Those leg warmers were always fun.
A bit of aerobics Oz style at the bus stop, I'd
love
leg
to
warmers.
see the leg warmers come back. They always made me smile, those things. I thought they were great. We are so far off topic, it's not funny.
There's a few people asking about Pakenham opening. One, if we're going to be doing anything special for it, and two, if we have any updates on to when that will be.
Yes, to all of those.
Well,
so,
hey.
It's not all good news, by the way.
It's updates.
We'll do some big opening for it, but we will actually open it prior to that. We're going to do a bit of a soft opening, is my intention, so we can highlight some problems before we have 1 million people come through. So we'll do
That's the optimist in him speak. I'm starting to mix my words like you. Just sit further aside.
I try and make a comment to make fun of you, but I know I'd stuff it up and it would just end in everyone mocking me.
That sounded like a record going backwards. Right?
I forgot where I was going. Oh, no, I've got it now.
Good and bad news.
We'll do a soft launch first, probably just us and the live stream. We won't tell too many more people. And we'll just ease through it, and that way we can fix any errors. And then we'll do a bit of I don't know if we'll do a barbecue, or I'll dress up in a clown suit with my leg warmers, or
let me just hit record on that.
You don't have to dress up. I just need to see your leg warmers.
We'll do something along those sort of lines. We do have an update on the opening. That's the bad part. We actually had a major failure on one of the roller doors down there. Unfortunately, it's part of the security system, but it was the backup to the backup to the backup of the security security system for there. It rained quite heavily and it got into the motor and burnt it out.
Sorry, I'm thinking you have to do a shot every time, like you mumble. Or I mumble.
Yeah, I'd be out after 5 minutes.
I'd be out before you.
So unfortunately, because it is part of the security system, I've delayed the opening a week because it's going to take them a week to get the part in to replace it and get it going again. But and Stephen Bayer, the answer is no to that question straight off the top. But so it has delayed it by a week, but it's only by a week, and it's just until they get this part in for the motor, and then we'll be back on target again.
Yeah, prime metal sausage sizzle for the opening. I don't know. We're still waiting on our legal department to get back to see if we don't get sued by Bunnings. But we'll see how maybe a Chavapi Fest or something. We'll see.
I rarely see gold bars over 1 ounce. Is that just on the website, and it's just a matter of calling through if you want to convert unallocated to physical?
Yeah, a bit of both on that. So because we've been focusing on particularly these 1 ounces coming out of Perth, and we don't have a never-ending bucket of money for obvious reasons and capacity, and Perth Mint doesn't have a never-ending bucket of capacity, and the couriers will only pick up so many in a day. Because we've been focusing on those, we've been reserving shipping capacity, courier capacity, and manufacturing capacity, and all that sort of stuff. We've taken our eye off the ball with the 50s and 100s particularly. But again, they're starting to come back through. So I know Ads was saying that he's got some 50s for us ready to go. So they're either in the shop or they'll be in the shop very soon. And just in time for tomorrow when I'm on Saturday, and I have to be the one facing the crowds rather than just leaving it to you guys and not worrying about it. But yeah, we'll have the 50s in the shop. They'll probably go on. We split half to the shop, half to go online. So they should hit online soon. There's some 100s coming through next week as well, I believe. So you will see the larger ones coming through. Having said that, if you are after them now and you want to convert to unallocated, jump on the phone, 1300 84 84 10. Talk to the lovely Sylvia or Chris. And ask them to put one aside for you and convert your unallocated across to physical.
On the topic of unallocated, when we convert unallocated to allocated, there is a sale of unallocated and then a purchase of physical, bar, coin, whatever. Can it be classified as a conversion to unallocated instead of a sale?
Talk to your tax advisor. I'm not going to get caught up in this one again.
That's fair.
It gets ugly.
Are we likely to have a line on any numismatic products out of South Africa? The South African Mint.
I haven't seen any of their numismatic apart from like certain Krugerrand editions.
They say especially for LCS, but I guess that means also.
I've
bullion.
talked to the South African Mint a couple of times about their Numi stuff, and they're playing a bit hard to get. So, not in the shorter term, but we will. I'm off to the States in a couple of weeks for the ANA. Yeah, I got caught out because I hadn't booked tickets like airfares, and I think it was yesterday when I was in a meeting, somebody said, "Oh, have you booked those airfares to the States yet?" I said, "Look, I don't have time for that sort of stuff. I'll get it. I'll get to it. It's a couple of months away." I went,
"No,
isn't it August?" I said, "Yeah, it's August. That's ages away." They go, "You do realise tomorrow's the last day of July, don't you? This weekend's August." I went, "Oh."
Yeah. You're not a fan of cruise ships? You just prefer to fly?
No, I don't like water. I'm aquaphobic. So, yeah, they were booked this morning. So I now have tickets to go to ANA. Yeah. So a shout out, actually, for anyone that happens to be going through the States, particularly Pittsburgh, English. Admittedly, we're speaking American here, which isn't actually English. So we're going through to Pittsburgh is the ANA conference this year. I believe it's approximately the 20th of August, but check on the Google is your friend in this case. Check on Google and make sure that I'm right. It's somewhere around about the 20th of August. We're going to be there. There's a couple of us going over. There's lots of other people going to be there. It's a good one. It's not as big as the Berlin one, so if I had to flip a coin, I'd go to Berlin, but it's still really, really good. From my experience, it runs Thursday to Saturday. It runs Tuesday to Saturday, I think it is. Don't go on the Saturday. Half the place is packed up by Friday afternoon and gone.
Wow.
So get there on the Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday if you can. But yeah, it's a great conference.
If you do rock up on a Saturday, is it like half price or like they're getting rid of stock?
No, unfortunately not.
So it's not like a typical, we haven't sold this. Just
hand it out.
Have it for 60%.
I had to laugh though last year. The place is wall to wall Americans, as you'd expect. Being in the States. Yeah, that's right. So you're hearing all these accents around you and all this sort of stuff. And I'm wandering around the stalls. This was on the Saturday, kind of lunchtime-ish, and I was in another world. I had one of the guys with me, and I made some comment. The guy behind the counter says, where you from? I said, Melbourne. He goes, I'm just packing up. We've got a shop in Melbourne. I went, what?
What?
No,
wow.
Sydney. He goes, we've got a shop in Sydney. Seriously. So, yeah, so we had a bit of a chin wag about the industry in Australia and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so it shows that there's all sorts go there. And the thing I like, Berlin is so big that you physically cannot get through it all. Not properly. I mean, you can run around it, but you physically can't get through it all to do it properly. So I kind of target things when I go to Berlin. When you go to the States, it's a lot. I know this is a dumb comment to make, but it's a lot more American. There's a lot more American stuff there. So I go there and I pick up a whole stack of silver certificates and gold certificates and things like that. Because while they're available in Berlin, you've really got to hunt for them. Whereas you go to the ANA in the States, and they're everywhere.
Are they also,
got
considering they're everywhere, are they also cheaper to obtain at ANA than at the World Money Fair?
That's a hard question to answer because, yes, they are cheaper, but they're cheaper because the quality is more varied. Okay. And it's not that they're trying to rip you off or anything, but if you're going to go all the way to the Berlin conference and you're going to get everything set up and all that sort of stuff, you take the best stuff with you. When you're going to to the ANA conference and you're an American, like an American coin shop or whatever, you take everything with you. So you get the ones that aren't in great condition all the way through to the really expensive ones where you don't tend to see the non-great condition ones in Berlin quite so much. So I actually meant to offer them to the Bullion Now family and I've still not done it. They're still sitting on my desk. There's a whole stack of silver certificates in the $1, $2, and $5. I think it is.
Show and tell,
or is it just the 1 and the 5s?
I wouldn't know because you haven't showed me. So,
so anyway, I got a whole stack of those, and we will. I should do it before we go to ANA to restock the
Yeah.
I had a whole
think so.
stack of US currency with me, and I didn't want to convert it back to AUD, so I just bought these several hundred of them.
Yeah.
Bought these silver certificates.
Speaking of old notes, early this morning I paid something at my local cafe and I used two $1 notes. So
Oh, seriously?
lucky it was the owner who's like my age. Who's like, oh, you know, if it was a young kid, I'd have some issues.
I don't know what's more amazing: the fact that you used two $1 notes, or you got a coffee for $2.
Oh, it wasn't $2. I just made it up with the extra $2, and I didn't have coins, so I just ripped out some of my extra notes out of the.
It's $2 if he makes it himself.
Yeah. That's
Oh yeah.
Leo, the ANA is the American Numismatic Association for the World Fair of Money because
not
they
the World
flip
Money
World
Fair.
Money Fair, World Fair of Money. There's a couple more I want to do, but then we're going to have to skip down because we've fallen a little bit behind.
I'm
on some of
wondering
the
if that's the one
questions.
I'm looking at. Go.
I'm going quite a bit back. Why do you think the Americans still produce a 22 karat gold eagle? I understand when people would keep them in their pockets, but now why?
Because it's tradition. It's
Yeah,
legislated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know about. I was thinking more because it's tradition, and they're
It's-
holding that. Like we were talking about, you know, people like that history of say a sov, but a sov today is still 22 carat.
Yeah.
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 So the American ones will be similar because that goes back to their history, so they'd want to keep it.
Otherwise, you
Similar.
get this bastardized situation of the Britannias where some of them are pure and some of them aren't. And, it's
And
as
some of them are
confusing as anything.
31.087 grams.
Yeah, that's right. So it's, they keep it consistent. And I can't actually quote the legislation, but I'm 99.9% sure that it's actually legislated in American law that, you know, the American eagle is X, Y, Z.
I know the silver ones are. I don't know about the.
I'm
the
pretty
gold.
sure the gold
Yeah.
ones are as well, but I'd have to do a bit more research to hand on hard on that one.
I was going to say, on a similar topic, the other one I wanted to hit is from Jay. They say, good evening from Arizona.
Oh,
Is
hey.
there a reason why the Perth Mint lunar coins and gold US buffaloes are a different shade of gold? The lunar coins seem to be a bit more yellow, but both are 3 nines fine.
Yes.
Hang on.
At least
Ask the
3
first-
nines, I'm guessing.
Ask the first part of that question again.
Is there a reason why the Perth Mint lunar coins and gold US buffaloes are a different shade
buffaloes,
of
my
gold? Yeah, no,
apologies.
not the
Yeah.
eagle.
Yeah, I was going to go down the one's got copper in it, but they're not looking at that. Look, it depends on the refining and manufacturing process.
I'll jump in when you're done.
Go for it, mate.
No, when you're done. No, is it because the Perth Mint Australian legal tender coins are made with Australian gold and the buffaloes from American gold?
Like all things Australian, it's much brighter.
It shines. No, because if you go to the Perth Mint behind the scenes tour, you may get a chance to see some gold that's there that Perth Mint make for the US market from US gold for 22 carats. So I'm just wondering if that might have something to do with it.
Look,
But that's just a guess and speculation.
Theory.
yeah, look,
a
it
theory.
does. It
An
depends.
active theory.
It depends on how the gold is refined. It depends on chemicals used. And I know it's 4.9 still, like they're all 4.9s, but they're still impacted upon by what chemicals and processes are used in the process of producing that coin. So there's all those types of things. But you do find, as a rule, Australian gold is not always, but usually is that brighter yellow, whereas American gold tends to be that slightly more orangey colour.
Interesting, isn't it?
So it is what it is.
All right. This one is from Valenot. Question on accounts for kids.
You want to do that again?
Oh, Valeno TP. So I balkanized it. So just pronounced it all in one hit. Question on accounts for kids. I'm thinking of buying unallocated for my nephew for his coming of age ceremony. Well done, by the way. Ongoing purchases for birthdays and so on. What ID do you need? Only allow accumulate until 18 years. So if you're buying for...
So we'd need probably your ID. It depends how old the nephew is. Like
This would have been a good one for Campbell.
Yeah, yeah. We had someone in not that long ago that was buying like the child. I don't want to sound clinical about this, but
I just think of Grogu whenever.
the kid was he was like 9 or 10, and he'd saved up all this money, and he was buying gold and it was actually over the $5,000 mark. Like, uncles, aunts, like everyone had pitched in because this kid wanted the ounce of gold, and he'd paid a bit over $5,000.
Mad respect.
Yeah,
the kid.
Yeah, it was great. So anyway, he was buying this ounce of gold, and he was incredibly proud of it. And he was with his mum, and we had to we've got to take ID at 5K. So this question was asked, "Can we have ID?" And the kid kind of went, "You what?" I don't have ID.
Yeah.
So we ratted around, and we took mum's ID, and she was quite happy to give it. Mum's ID, and we attached it to the account and made note. This is actually bought on behalf of, this is such and such's account. But the guardian gave the ID, so we had anything there. So if ever, and look, it's never going to happen, but if ever we were audited, and Austrac said to us, "Hang on a sec, you've got a sale here over 5,000. Where's the ID for this person?" We can say, "Well, here it is," sort of thing. We also use it for verification purposes. So you want to know that when you roll in and say, "Hey, I'm here to pick up my stuff," or "I'm here to do something with my unallocated account," that we're going to make sure that it's you and not your evil twin at the end of the day. So we need to make sure that the name and the address match to who you are, so we can verify everything's all kosher and above board. So look, you can absolutely open the account, explain the situation to us when you come in. This is for my nephew, Bill Smith. He's 6 years old, but we all want to buy on behalf of him. That's fine. We can do that, but we need to attach somebody over 18, a guardian that is at least in regular contact, if not the guardian of the person in question. We need their ID just so we can come back. So if we're ever queried by federal police, and I know it's never going to happen, and we're right out there on the extremes, but it covers our backside. That way, if any government department says, "What the heck," we can go, "Well, this is the responsible person for it. Here's their ID. Here's their contact details. Talk to them, and they can answer the questions for it."
Yeah, that's good. That's good advice. The other thing I would suggest is maybe think about even for children to get a passport. Because you never know when you might need it, and if you need it and don't have it, it'll just this is a separate, this is just something goes to other things, but in those cases they will have the ID anyway, and you'll be ready to go anyway. If again, more from my background, pick up and go.
I'm all for it.
So I'd always think about the form of ID to have a passport, because you might need that passport one day, and maybe sooner than later. And if there's a situation, again, like say that affects everyone on a national level, the time you'd have to wait for everyone if they wanted to get out of out of the country or go to like we were seeing and experiencing during lockdowns. Good luck getting it soon.
Well, this is a problem. Okay, so you go, "That's fine, I'll apply for it at the time." It's only I actually haven't applied for a passport for a little while, so it's only a 4-week wait, or it's only a 3-week. They're telling me at the post office, "I'll get mine within 3 weeks." Yeah, but go back to COVID. When COVID really kicked off, not only were a lot of people applying for passports to get out of Dodge, they wanted to get out of anywhere and get to somewhere that wasn't Victoria. Not only that, but you also had the fact that there was no one at work at the time. Like everyone was,
you had to stagger shifts and work.
So the whole process, instead of taking 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, was taking 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, if you could get them. And that was if you were just after an Australian, never mind if you were trying to get, because of my wife's English, so my kids can hold a British passport. So, organising that takes actually it's pretty quick these days, but back then it was quite a lot longer. So I'm a firm believer of my grandson, who's all of 3, has his passport, because I know, like anything, you need it. You need to get it when you don't need it. You need to stack when you don't need it. You need to stack when no one else is stacking, when the prices are down, when everyone's saying, "Don't buy it, it's going to go further, it's this, it's that, it's the other."
Make hay while the sun shines.
Yeah, you've got to do it then, because when you actually need it, that's the time when you don't need to be chasing it.
It's like one of the things I live by, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Yeah, especially with the more important things.
Well, the one that kids are sick of me saying, I'd rather be looking at it than looking for it.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Thanks, Rubes, for that. And the other question is from Geckosaurus. What are people buying these days? Gold, silver, or platinum? It is all three. More gold and silver than platinum.
I'd say more gold. Yeah.
And I'm talking through the shop. I'm not looking at now and not doing the pick anymore. So I'm not looking at that side of things. But from shop wise, gold is the flavor at the moment. We're selling a lot of silver, but gold is the flavor. Yeah. Gold is the chocolate of the ice cream aisle.
Quite often people are buying gold, or they're buying gold and some silver. Platinum is still, again, you got to remember, we're still looking at big numbers. So don't run saying, oh, they're not selling platinum anymore. We're actually short platinum at the moment. I've got to get some this afternoon. Or Ads does, not me. We're still selling all of them, but we've kind of, and you see this in volatility quite often, particularly downwards volatility. People start going for the safety blanket. They start steering more towards gold and some other, rather than when you're seeing the hype build, they steer away from the gold because they want the volatility, and they'll start moving into the silvers and the platinums on that side.
I'm going to move us on because we are already an hour into stream. It has disappeared.
I'm going to hijack just before you do, because somebody asked a question I wanted to touch on quickly. I'll only take a sec, Rubes. Why? This is I'm not even going to pronounce that one. Why do they sell specific Australian gold 1 kilo bars, referring to Perth Mint?
Yeah.
Are the coins all Australian gold too? They do that. It's kind of like the Australian made, promos and all that sort of stuff. Not all gold that comes out of Perth or any other refinery around the world is Australian gold. It can be re-refined gold. It can be brought in. I know they don't have many, but I know Perth Mint has some suppliers from Papua New Guinea. Well, they used to. I don't know if they still do. All these types of things. So what they're saying is the rest of the gold, look, it probably is Australian gold. And if it's not pure Australian gold, it's probably mostly Australian gold. But this bar here, we will guarantee you, is only made with Australian gold. So the super pits they used to produce, the gold super pits, they were gold. Not only were they Australian gold, but they were actually gold from the Kalgoorlie mine. They can drill it down to that specific, and it's done for marketing purposes. It's also done for support Australia, but it's also done for veracity. I know that this is not blood gold because it comes from, it should be blood gold because it comes from an Australian mine. It's an Australian gold. So it's got that verification behind it as well.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Rubes.
No, you're good. This is actually, I wanted to introduce a segment that you brought up with me last week. We said we were going to introduce this week. It may not be for everyone. Some people may not enjoy this and might have to look away from their screens, Michael, because we are talking about things that could have been great.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we were going to do this.
And I've given a little intro.
I want some volume.
Yeah, sorry, it was just a little toot and then a little sad toot as great came up. Just imagine
you know
that.
what?
I thought it was still
No, we're back.
You know what? These are like a sort of version for the hearing impaired or something, because I actually heard that as you described it to
me. So this could have been great. So for whatever reason, it wasn't quite good. And this is in reference this week anyway. This might change as we move through it. But
this is just something that Michael thought will make a good sense, because I ripped this out because I was just devastated. And I showed him, and he's like, "Oh no!" But actually, that would make a good segment whenever these situations occur. But we'll show you what we mean. So I was involved in a buyback about 2 weeks ago or so. Mark called me in to help him out because this whole table was filled with all different types of silver, mainly silver, but there was also gold and a little bit of gold and a little bit of platinum, but it was mainly silver of different sizes. And there were some great Germania buybacks, Michael. There were some fantastic Germania buybacks I got so excited about. And then I saw this.
We got a better close-up of it, Rubes? Here we go.
These have been taken out of their packaging. It breaks my heart to hold it in the beautiful piece in my hands.
Bare and naked.
a little bit scruffed, somewhat. Look at that. They've got the individual numbers, minted numbers on the rim of the coin. Some of the most beautiful designs, and they were all taken out of the capsule. There were 3
Not
here.
just taken out of the capsule. They've been seriously handled, some of these.
Seriously handled.
Ruben's pictures are not doing them justice,
Okay.
mate. You've got to tone it down.
This bit highlights just how sad we are with them. You know, it's this beautiful thing, and then it's got something wrong with it, and it just wants to roll away.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we're all like, and we go, there's a few Jermaine, like all the different sizes, and everyone's like, and obviously I didn't tell them it was out, so I did a bit of a laugh. But I had to ease my pain by sharing the pain. But yeah, I don't know what people why.
I haven't worked this one out. Like, and actually, somebody's just said the same. Desi said what I'm thinking. So, like, I get that it's yours, and I fully support it. It's yours. You do whatever you like with it. If you want to take them out and you want to handle them and you want to let the kids roll them around the carpet and all that sort of stuff, more power to you. I think it's great. But
a game of two up maybe with the two.
That's right. But what are you going to do with empty capsules? Why would you?
Well,
I don't get it.
I did. After I took a few deep breaths, I asked the seller about it, and it was interesting what they said though. So they said, look, they were getting too attached to their coins, and they wanted to. This was a little while ago, so they wanted to break that attachment, not get any Numi stuff, and just keep it all in bullion, right?
So sell them for their Numi price, take that extra value that you've gotten, put it into more bullion.
Yeah, because they kept this for a while. They kept this for a while, apparently, like this before selling back. So, it just, everyone that saw it here just broke their hearts. And even these really cool little, these are little, very thick. These are actually 5 ounce.
Yeah, they did the 10 ounce
They did
in the
a
same
10 ounce,
diameter.
yeah.
Long boy.
The big tube.
The big, it was tubular.
Bullion Now is trying to bring back, but no one will cooperate with us.
Look, they're still beautiful. They're still worth, its weight in silver. It's just heartbreaking. So I don't know what people think. I don't know. Yeah.
Kane's
Desi,
saying
not a valid excuse.
Kane's saying he probably did it on purpose, knowing he was only going to get spot. And I'd understand that to a degree.
Spite.
No.
Well, yeah.
No.
Look,
because I remember as a customer here, remember Rubes? And I'm like, no, I need some. Can you give me some capsule? Like even the generic capsules. He goes, oh, do you want to take them? I'm like, no, I want to pass these on to the next person to enjoy, right? So I bought it new. That's the original capsule. I want the original capsule, but I'm going to leave it for the next person to enjoy because, if I was to buy a buyback, I'd enjoy the original cap more.
Not everyone thinks like you.
Well,
but even if you want to be...
You got to be the change you're looking for, people. You know what I mean? Like,
look, I'm one of the biggest Scrooges out there. He's my mentor. He's up in my office, all that sort of stuff. I get it. So yeah, look, I get the same back whether I hand it back with the capsule or without. I get the argument. I don't agree with it, but I get the argument. But they haven't done this because you haven't done this amount of this type of damage to the coin by just taking them out and handing it over the counter. These have been out for an extended, I'd say, since they got them, and they've been handling them. And the kids, the dogs probably buried them in the backyard. The cats sat on them, and all sorts of things. So
there's a bit of cat hair in here.
I just think it's.
You know what breaks my heart is I haven't got any of these. I haven't got any. And this particular one with Germania on the ship.
Yeah.
It could have been great.
Could have been great. I just love what people have put in the chat with could have been great. I haven't read all of them. That was Britain and the World Cup. This sort of stuff. Yeah, okay.
Commonwealth
I can
Games
see where
Victoria.
you're going with that. Yeah, that's right. Commonwealth Games Victoria. That was the other one. So, yes.
Yeah, but look, this is still nice, but yeah, I can't. This will do my OCD in.
Yeah, I got to. Probably I'm just numb to it these days. I kind of shrug my shoulder, but I'm the same.
Look, I wouldn't say no. And if I got this as a buyback, it would be incredible. You see, some people just don't care. It's like, cool, I'm going to sell it back eventually, and the others would probably cry and
That's my
wonder
problem.
happened to
I couldn't buy that in buybacks, like me personally. And I love the mouldy old bars. You got to remember, I'm the mouldy bar guy. I can't buy these in buyback because every time I saw them, I'd go, how could someone do that to it?
So this was bought when you were. This was before the stream, the compliance stream. And then I think I bought it while you were away, right? And
I was.
So this, I hid this away just so it doesn't, sell. And I wanted to show you. And every time I saw it, there was another crack. That would it just kept cracking my heart. I'm gonna hide these away.
This is from the guy who started off here going, "No, best bang for the buck. I'm not interested in this garbage collection stuff. I don't want newbies. I don't want designs. I just want."
Give me some interesting buybacks. This would have been great when I started. This would have been great, but now it's like, nah.
Anyway, that's the new segment. Could have been great. Let us know if there's anything else you think that kind of fits that. That rust sphere. The only other thing I thought people may be thinking of is like certain designs and things like that. Really, really cool on one side, and then you turn around. Maybe it's just a hatred for the king or queen, or maybe it's just a poor design choice somewhere on the box or something like that. But yeah, if you've got any through, feel free to send them through to the live at Bullion Now email.
Yeah, on the to the obverse of your argument.
No,
let's see what you did there. The obverse of the Wonders of Australia is probably the best design with a monarch that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
The fox says, "Now I'm afraid to bring in my coins for fear of judgment."
Trust me, mate, we judge every coin that comes in. And every person that sells back to us, there is a degree of judgment there.
Look, as long as you warn us and apologise in advance before you hand over and open the box or bag, you'll be right. That's fine. Just please don't shock us. We've gone, like roll him on the counter.
Yeah, none of this disrespect on the counter. Throw them everywhere.
The backyard bear. I felt that. It took me 5 years. Then I bought a colorized dragon because I couldn't resist.
Yeah, true. So I have my own version, my own example here of could have been great.
What's that? That is great.
It's great.
That's fantastic.
Great many people.
I've got one of these, Mindful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I have to admit I actually do too.
Is that a 10 ounce? Okay, and my daughter has the 10 ouncer as well.
This could have been a paper contract.
Michael didn't tell us why he was grabbing those copper bars.
Right. Now you're going to have a counter for how many segues I'm going to do. The only paper contracts I like are the silver certificates and the gold certificates, right? That's the only ones worth holding for me. This is, Germania ones are just stunning. I haven't pulled the trigger on the raw one yet, but that's because I've got an eye out on a few other buybacks. Not this.
Well, I'm being facetious. I mean, despite my angst, this every time a pallet of these turns up, part of me inside goes.
But they're regularly turning up because they're regularly selling.
And people want them, and absolutely. And look, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I'm not against it. No, I am. I'm trying not to be against it. But it's just
it's the customer's always right in matters of taste is literally, I think, these copper bars. If people are buying them, there is a market there.
But people are not just buying them; they're buying them and reselling many times at least double the price of what we advertise online to sell. Which I still don't understand how that works. I understand if we have them on sale, people buy them, they're sold out now. You sell for whatever price, and the market will decide what it's worth because you'll either get the funds for it or you won't. And the market will set its own price. But the fact that we've still got them online and people still buy on eBay and elsewhere at double the price, I don't know what to say to that. you can clearly use a computer to go onto eBay. So how can you just not search?
We're not tuning in to Friday Live.
Look, don't get me wrong. I'm sounding like I don't love these. And I actually really do. I think I just don't understand the market is the problem. But I think the Perth, good grief, the Germania Mint product is incredible. It really is. The quality. Have you got a picture of them easily available there, Rubes? Or it's okay if you don't. But they're just they're so well built, well designed, well I'm not going to get a good shot here because of the lighting and all that sort of stuff, but they look fantastic. And let's face it, not many of us, me included, can splash out near on, it's not quite now, but near on $200,000 for an impressive centerpiece kilo bar of gold. And even these days, a kilo of silver is still, it's $3,000. It's not chump change. Let's face fact. I can get one of these. I think I'm not on the website. It's about 120, 125 bucks, something
if I
like
have
that.
to guess, I'd say 135 for the cast and 125 for the raw.
If you just had to guess,
Okay, you've just had a look, had you?
No.
Have you?
No,
Okay.
I know because a very good friend of mine came in who started off with solves, who had for a long time, then went into silver, and now he's buying copper. And I did tell him we don't buy back. He goes, I know, but I want. So that was my sale before coming in here. So that's how
So
I know.
for less than 150 bucks, you can get a centerpiece. Like this really is comes in a beautiful cardboard. The Germania have done a brilliant job with these things. They look fantastic. And you don't have to get a kilo. They're in 10 ounce and they're in 5 ounce and they look great. And they really do. And as I said right back at the start, I actually have one of these in my stack because they look so good.
I had to get one.
Yeah.
I had to get one.
But I don't understand
the mass purchase of the same person.
And I'm happy to be told I'm completely wrong. And you're right. I mean, people are selling them on eBay. I know that they're buying them directly from us.
Yeah.
And I think they're great from that side of it. But yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what your exit plan is if you're buying a ton or 2 tons or 3 tons or, or more.
We dropped out for a sec, but I think we are back now.
Yeah, okay. So they're in stock.
Yeah.
I think we'll leave it there. They're back in stock.
I feel bad for all these side highlight things being Germania. It's not anything we've particularly arranged or anything like that. But yeah, there is another product there that I did some.
Not for sale.
Not for sale. This was
that product is not for sale.
Why are we highlighting it if it's not for sale?
Because
they make some cool coins, and you wanted some coin footage for the TV in the shop, so we get some cool coin footage for the TV in the shop.
This is
the TV we can't find the remote for to turn it on.
That's the one.
This was brought in by a good customer and good friend of ours. From I don't know if he wants it mentioned, but if he's in chat, he can say, or I don't know if
he has said previously he's volunteered knowing them. So it's the Metal Inquisitor has dropped off a few coins, and this is the 2025 Golden Eagle 1 kilo.
What do you say about Germania?
Two things. One, Ruben, again, has done an absolutely incredible job with the videos and highlighting it.
Absolutely.
And even then, it doesn't capture the splendor of what it looks like in real life. That's one. Two, I'm keeping this away from Michael because last time he handled a coin from the Metal Inquisitor on live stream. We had to order another coin in replacement.
It didn't go down. It didn't go well.
I should have that clip saved somewhere to be able to.
Yeah. That was what I call the Roswell edition of the Flying Sorcerer coin.
Whoops.
But seriously, this
one has less moving parts.
Yeah. But it's. I actually told Metal Inquisitor when it was in store because he brought it out and showed me. I'm like, oh, why did you? This is my favorite kilo coin now. It's overtaken so up till this point, it was the 1 kilo proof panda coins. They're just absolutely
stunning.
incredible. Now that's been relegated. The pandas just dropped down the bamboo tree a bit to the second place.
You know, bamboo doesn't come in trees, yeah?
I don't grow them, so I wouldn't know. I don't even need to shoot. So, this is just stunning. Like again, Germania just keeps blowing my mind with what they bring out.
Do coins like the Germania Golden Eagle 1 kilo attract duty and GST because they are not classed as investment grade?
That one would.
That one, yeah.
I
think we have this in the 1 ounce, or we had them in the 1 ounce for little coin shop.
Yeah, we
we
absolutely did.
Yeah. You know, you can have more than one favourite, yeah?
No. As I tell my daughter, no.
If anyone has seen a little coin shop video with Michael, you can absolutely have more than one favourite.
I have so many favourites, it's not funny. Because I don't have to limit myself to one, so why would I?
Yeah, no, absolutely. But Aussie Drop Bear, 1 kilo Queen's Completer coin is still my favourite. That's a great coin. That is a great coin, the Queen's Beast Completer.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. That one's a bit of a sore point for me.
Yeah.
They did well with it though. Stuck in the 70s. You are more than welcome.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know that turned up. As expected.
To Leonard, older pandas were cool, but I don't like the new ones. It's not the 30-gram thing. It's not. It's just China. No offense to the Chinese. Well, yeah, the ones I'm talking about is the 1 kilo, and the kilo they haven't changed. The kilo is still a kilo from before and to now.
Yeah. Pandas are an interesting one. They're often divisive, particularly in this country, one way or another. Being grams versus ounces, and you've got to work out which year they are.
Yeah, I find that we still sell quite a bit of from 2015 was the last date of the 1 ounce. Before they went into the grams.
Yeah.
So anything 2015 and prior, it's still quite popular through the shop. The 30s, there's quite a few people after him, but it's not as popular as the 1 ounce. And when I ask like why, because I love the designs. Miller collects the pandas in the whole range, and so many people have said the exact same thing. It throws my total out when I count them as coins.
I don't have 15 ounces. Yeah. I've got 14.9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another unallocated question that rolled through before. It says, if someone has to convert unallocated to allocated, can they pick specific options, for example, 100-gram Perth mint bar, or are they stuck with limited options that may be available at the time?
You can convert. Well, okay, you threw that last part in. If you want it converted right this second, and I want to walk out the door with something in my hot little hand, you're absolutely going to have to take what we've got in stock right now. But if you say, look, I've got 100 grams in unallocated, and a lot of people actually buy unallocated for this very reason. You don't have X in stock, 100-gram Perth minted bar, let's say, because I don't actually have it. I don't think we've got any at the moment. But I really want one of those, and I've got 100 grams worth of unallocated. I want to convert that into a Perth Mint 100-gram minted bar. No, you don't have any in stock at the moment, but when you do, I want to convert it over. We can organise it then. You pay the premium and you're at the head of the queue. You'll get it as soon as it turns up, because you don't care at that point, because if spot triples in price in the meantime, it doesn't matter. You've got the unallocated. You've already bought the gold component of it, so it doesn't matter at all. A lot of people, we've got Luna coming up in September, the release of next year's Luna. We've already got people that are buying unallocated gold, silver and platinum when the price dips, purely because they want to convert it into, or they're using it as a savings plan, some of the others, purely because they know they want the Luna coming up in September. So the price is good today. I'm going to buy it today. And come September, I'll convert it over to the Luna then. And that way, if spot price triples between now and then, I don't care. I've got it. It's all locked away. I've saved up for it. Here we go. So that's exactly why people use unallocated. Some people use unallocated. There's many reasons. And no, you cannot convert your unallocated silver into unallocated copper. Please don't bend my brain that much.
You just heard it. You cannot do that. But Michael didn't say there were no plans for unallocated
I was going to say,
copper.
that does imply the existence of
you heard it right. Yeah, there you go. Timestamp this one, please.
Excuse me. Oh, man. You never say never.
I'm still waiting for unallocated rhodium and palladium, but we'll see.
Do we
You'll
have
get
time?
copper before rhodium, mate, because I can hedge copper. I can't hedge rhodium.
It's coming up to 4 o'clock. Do we have time for a Where in the World?
Yeah, go for it.
Alrighty. We have our viewers all over the world take photos of our Bullion Now bags, and they send them through sometimes on holiday, just sometimes the very cool spots they live. And yeah, we've got a few this week, so let's get into it.
Where in the world is that Bullion Now bag? Where could it be? Can you guess? Let's see.
All right, let's see where our bags have gotten this week. We have this one, first of all. Bit of a park in the background.
Bangkok.
Oh, okay. Interesting guess, but no.
KL, Kuala Lumpur.
No. Black Hole has got it. First guess there from
Singapore.
chat. It
Of course
is
it is.
indeed Singapore.
Nice.
So yeah, no, Singapore on that one. Thank you very much for sending that through. Let's move on to the next one.
What's that in the background? Oh, hang on. Is this Richmond in Tasmania?
No, is this New Zealand? Is this
No.
Hobbit Town?
It is not.
Hobbiton, sorry.
No, not New Zealand. Someone else also guessed Hobbiton, but so no. I will say we are Australia.
It is Australia because I under that bridge I just see the back of a wombat.
I thought it was Australian because it was, we drive. It's on the left-hand side.
No.
We drive on the left-hand side.
All right, no one's jumping at this one in the same way. This is the Buchan Caves.
That I should have known. I was down there a few weeks ago.
Where is that?
North of Lakes Entrance.
I think
I was
that's
going
where
to
it
say
went.
north of where, but you're right. It's about the
Yeah.
only place it's north of.
Well, that's why it's the good reference point.
Have they got
Um,
giant kangaroos there? I'm trying to remember where I went in the cave system. Like this is like 25 years ago, and they were like they weren't greys, not the aliens, the kangaroos. I'll ask you. I'll ask you later.
Where are you going with that one?
All right, this one is from. I'll put it up first and then tell you who sent it through. We've got this one here.
Hang on.
Europe.
It's
Yes.
I'm guessing. My first guess was Austria,
No.
but then I was going to guess Germany.
Also no.
But then I'm
Liechtenstein.
actually going to go with Switzerland.
Also no.
all
I
right.
do like your ability to get a few guesses into the one sentence though.
Liechtenstein.
No.
It's
Yeah,
got to be one of
Italy,
those smaller
no.
ones.
We are in. Oh wait, just a couple more seconds.
That's not Dufton, is it?
Someone has guessed exactly where it is, not just the country, but the actual castle itself. We are in Romania, and it is the
Come
Pelesh,
on, mate. That's your territory.
the Pelesh castle.
I'm used to
And-
seeing it at night with the full moon and
Oh, is that what it is?
Dracula and
That,
stuff.
that was the only thing putting you off.
Is it?
So yeah, this is the Pelesh Castle in Romania, and thank you to the person who sent it in for providing the pronunciation guide alongside it, because I wouldn't have got it. And this is from Brennan.
I thought I knew.
Hey.
As you said, "Hey, Brenny,
Yeah.
thanks for sending that through." As soon as you said Romania, I'm like, I know who it is.
Hey, he's over there, is he?
Yep.
So it would seem, and he brought a Bullion Now bag with him. So an ex-member of the Bullion Now team. Good to hear from him, and glad
Excellent
he's
stuff.
he's still taking a BN bag with him, and clearly
Good
still
on
tuning
him.
into the lives in some capacity to realize it was something we're still doing. So
Very cool.
Good
Thank
to
you
hear
very
from
much,
you.
Brenny. Appreciate it.
we have two more. We have this one here.
Yeah. Spot the bag. Kind of blends.
The Bullion Now camouflage coming.
I'm going to go with Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah, you're correct.
Done. I'm out.
I don't know if there's much to go off here, Michael. For those who maybe don't know.
Black Coal's got it.
There you go, Mount Hotham. That one, I think, more just based on knowing that one might have come from you, as opposed to being able to identify the snow.
Well, you should be able to identify the dog. She's been on enough. Been on almost as many live streams as I have.
Definitely not as
Not
many.
live streams,
Yeah.
but videos.
She's been on a couple, but yeah, that is Mount Hotham in Victoria. And one more.
I know.
I know
this one. I'm
know.
going out because I know this one.
This one, I think quite a few people will go.
See, okay.
Yes, that is my dog, by the way. Well,
See,
the previous photo.
that top level there, where
Black
the
coal
whiting-
again.
yeah. If you go through those doors, you will find some of the best carpet design I've seen.
It is downstairs
Someone,
as well.
Yeah.
someone said they went there recently and didn't see the carpet.
No, because they went to the public tour, not on the.
No, but isn't it still even in the shop?
No, you got to go behind. It's as soon as you go behind the doors, like
Yeah.
the doors up the stairs. As soon as you go behind those doors,
That's
that's where the carpet is.
No entry. That was where we did the interviews. Yeah, when we
Yeah,
did
yeah,
interviews.
But yeah, that was the Perth Mint, of course. But that was our Where in the World is the Bullion Now bag?
There you go. Always a fascinating segment.
I love it.
Yeah. It's still every week it spins me out
Yeah.
that we run that. It all kicked off from one photo many years ago in not Finland. Where was it?
Greenland.
Greenland.
Wow.
But B, that people have like grabbed hold of it and they join in and they take the bullion. I take the Bullion Now bag with me when I go places, and it's fun.
It is.
It's another fun side, A, of stacking, and B, of being part of the Bullion Now family. It's just a good bit of fun.
Thank you to everyone who keeps it going each
Yeah.
week with sending through submissions. It's appreciated.
Absolutely.
There was a few people asking this question. The Perth Mint organ release is next week. Anything worth keeping an eye on, and will they be available on a little coin shop on release day?
Yeah, I'm a little reluctant to say this, but I'm actually fairly sure they've already turned up. But
I know they were coming through. I don't know if we've had them actually land or not, because if they have, we need to film them.
oh crap, yeah, and it'll be a Tuesday. The Newmies always get released on Tuesday, so it'll be a Tuesday release.
That's it.
So if they're not here today, which I actually haven't seen I know there was 2 LCS boxes turned up just as I was coming here. So
They're dangerous showing up.
yeah, I want to say there's something that I'm hanging out for in this month's release.
Well, I can read off a couple of them because they've listed the titles that's available on their website. So there's the Outback Wonders Australia in the silver proof. The 1 ounce gold proof, also in Wonders Australia, a 10-gram rectangular wedge-tailed eagle, which I think there was a few people asking about.
Yep.
The 2 ounce silver enhanced reverse proof ultra high relief gilded coin. That's a mouthful.
I love that one just because of the number
Just
of
'cause of the name.
number
Yeah.
of descriptors they've got in there.
Got a 5 ounce koala, a sundowner red kangaroo, a
looks
5
good.
ounce kookaburra, silver infused, the Brumby, a dragon rectangular. So good to
That's
see
the proof one, isn't it?
the dragon come through. Yep.
Yep.
The gold equivalent, 3 different June ones. There's a 1/2 ounce silver, a 10-gram silver, and a 1-gram gold, and a couple of Stranger Things ones as well.
I quite like the earlier release of the June. They had the 1 ounce silver. I love that box for it as well. I love the color scheme on the actual silver coin, and I really like the 1 gram June as well. So I'll be keen to see what.
Yeah, no, there's some good ones. The thing I'm kind of dragging us on topic and off topic at the same time. the thing that they're confusing me with, and I want to talk to Neil, I want to talk to Perth Mint about this when we're over in the States, is this Outback series that they've got.
The split.
The Wonders. They've produced like 4 different designs in it.
Still under the Wonders of Australia, the Outback banner, but with different designs.
So the Bullion one, and I can understand initially because they released the Opal one. So for those that don't know, it had it was a coin ring, if you like, and then it had an opal in the middle of it. So that was a different design to the Bullion one, and you can accept that because it was a similar theme. It still had the animals around the outside.
Well, and they what were they going to put in the middle?
So they designed a scene for the Bullion one, and they had this opal one in the centre. It was opal, wasn't it, Ruth?
Yes.
Yeah, the opal one for the numismatic one. That's fine. Then they produced another one. I can't remember what it was now, but they produced another one. It's got in a numismatic selection, completely different design.
I'm just keep talking, but I'm just getting the comparison images up so we can actually take a look.
And now they've released this 4th one, and it's a different design again. So
Like Pokemon, you got to catch them all, Michael.
yeah, but like what? In some ways, I don't have a problem with that. Although I think I think this is a bit confusing. But B, tell us why. Give me a reason to collect all 4, because at the moment I'm starting to go, hang on a sec, what are they doing with this?
Well, kind of what you were talking about with the Swan earlier of, pick a good thing, but then don't do too much of it,
Yeah. Like, if there's a theme running to it, they're not. These
See,
are all outbacks.
I'm not too familiar with this range. I remember so you're talking about like in the video in my debut
I'm putting up the
LCS video, we talked about the 5-ounce kangaroo. There was
no,
yes,
we're not.
Yes, these are the 3. So
Yes,
there's
it was the 5-ounce
like that.
kangaroo.
So
yeah.
these are all wonders of Australia, the Outback, and there's this new one coming next month that we're not sure what it looks
I've
like.
seen the
Oh, you
design.
have?
It's different again.
Okay,
Hang
there
on.
you go.
It's more of a scene.
no.
It's not the middle one, but it's more like the middle one.
Yeah.
But it's a scene.
I actually like this. Okay, so hear me out. So you got the plain
So
He always does that. Drives me nuts.
the plain Bullion version, which is being very popular, right?
I
In
wanted
the
to
different
adjust
metals.
the sizes, but I didn't want people to see me do it. But that's fine.
Yeah.
I thought you were just
then you've
highlighting
got-
it as he was talking.
You've got a numismatic, like coloured variant, and you've got one with the opal. And the theme is the wondrous animals of Australia. I like it.
I like the pictures themselves. I like if they
No, but as a theme.
but if they release that's fine. If they release these individually, I'd say this is a stunning coin, and I think I did on the unboxing of the one on the
opal?
left there, because that was when I realised they were wandering off track. So I
hopping
went,
off track.
Yeah, that's right. I said, look, this is a great design. It looks fantastic. You can hear me say that on the video, and I do. I love the design, but how is that related to the other 2? They haven't sold me the story.
No, I can see what you're saying, because the
I'm
other
going
2,
back
the
to-
opal and the no, it's all right. My caffeine's holding that memory together.
There you go.
Short-term memory. But the opal with the plain bullion, the pure bullion, I should say, not plain, pure bullion, that has more of a story together than the one with the kangaroo.
Yeah.
Even though the kangaroo one is my favorite of the 3.
And I love, as I said, I love them all as individual coins. But if you're going to release a series, a collection, whatever it is, and you want me to collect it, each one of them, you've got to give me a story. You've got to give me a reason to do it. Otherwise, they're 3 random coins. They all look good. I'm not denying that. But give me the story. Give me the collection. Tell me what you're doing here. Because they are so random, it's not funny.
The one in recent memory, well, I think they've been doing it with a couple of them, but the one in recent memory that reminds me of that is the Germania Cave Lion, where they released, similar to this, multiple coins, still of the same thing. They're both a cave lion, but you just had that slight variation in the design to show and to give you a reason to get multiple. There's the 1 ounce, that was the glowy UV one. But same topic, same subject, but different enough without being super, super different. And I think they nailed that quite well.
I think they did it better, but yeah. I'm not criticizing Perth for producing the 3 coins, but now I'm confused. Four.
Yeah.
Because now I'm confused because what am I collecting?
The wonders of Australia.
Well,
But what is that? Okay, they've gone for the Outback.
by
So
saying
next
the
time-
Outback, it implies that there's going to be a
Yeah,
different...
so are they? So the next one they're going to do. I'm making this up. Okay, I do not know this. It's just a random thought off the top of my head. I have to be really careful with this stuff. But let's say the next one in the series is the Great Barrier Reef. It's called the Great Marine or something like that. I don't know what they're going to do. How is it all tying in?
All right, so with the first release, which we all love, which is the Wonders of Australia Bullion version, right? You've got a whole medley of Australian animals. And now this one has got one of those on its own. So are we going to see then more of the other ones?
But we don't know.
I don't know.
That's the
No, I
thing.
know,
That's the problem. And that one they've produced is not like we've got the opal one, we've got the bullion one,
Yeah.
but you've now got that one which has actually got it's a proof, but it's got
Double gilding.
Yeah, so it's got the rose gold
Yeah.
in it, and it's got the normal gold, and it's gilded. Okay, well in the Lunar series they use the same design as the proof, and they gild it, so I understand that.
Yeah.
This is kind of, hang on,
Well,
are we now going for a double gilded series, or are we going for an opal series, or are we going for a bullion series?
or are we going to highlight each of the animals of the first initial release of the Wonders of Australia?
Okay,
coin?
so now there's 12 coins coming out instead of one.
And if that's the case, what's a collective noun for a bunch
Outbacks.
of frilled neck lizards? Because I'm seeing the kangaroos like in the whole mobs like running towards you. I love this design.
Your brain is so random at times.
What do you mean?
It's called a lounge,
Is it?
according to Google.
Google's not always right, but I'll go with it for now.
For a fairly off the cuff thing,
Google is translating the same thing, like Luxembourg to Luxembourg. You know, like it translated to English. I think it was Rox's dad said "Hello, Alex," and it said "Hello, Alex" in different spelling. Like we know that. Like that's Google, right? So anyway, I'm going on. All right. I think it's time for.
Oh, where he's gone. He's out of the reservation.
This is gone.
now.
I'm gone. It's Friday. I can't believe I got tomorrow off.
It's Marbo. It's the vibe.
Tell him he's dreaming. I reckon it's time for
it's time for rapid fire.
rapid fire.
You reckon we can handle rapid fire? We can barely string a sentence together as it is.
That's good. It means you won't be able to go for as long. It's just
I think
quick,
we've got
concise answers.
I think we've got 3 minutes of rapid fire in us.
So if we missed your question earlier, or if you were hanging out for one right at the end, we will endeavour to hit them all before the end of stream. So feel free to pop any and all questions in the in the chat. Any guesses on what the new 2 kilo silver high relief design will be?
This isn't fair.
Well, because it's not a guess, you know.
I'm staying out of this one.
Any guesses?
What's that? Say it again.
Any guesses on the new 2 kilo silver high relief design?
Oh, this is like with the bee, and is that no?
I think
What am I
they've
thinking
done the
of?
bee, the Great Barrier Reef,
The Great Barrier Reef,
Oh, stunning coin.
the koi fish.
Yeah.
Yep, stunning coin.
I'm gonna go with the humble ladybug.
Now there's a coin that I would buy.
I want to.
Sorry, that's now I cannot see. This is side quest.
What happened to 3 minutes of rapid fire only?
No. This is so I cannot see Essendon play now and not think of it as the ladybugs. That's when Miller was young. She go Tigers and who are they playing? Oh, Essendon. Oh, are they ladybugs? Tigers versus ladybugs. So now anyway, that's another thing.
If
So
you
ladybugs. I'm gonna go with ladybug.
if you wake up at 3 a.m., when do you go to bed?
Sometime between 11 and midnight.
Do you mind if people buy unallocated to hold long term, basically in lieu of an ETF, or is it more designed with the intent of converting to physical in the short to mid term?
No, you can hold it as long as you like. We've got a couple of customers with unallocated that have held since
we
early
kicked it off.
2019.
Since we kicked it off,
Yeah,
even
when we
before
first-
officially kicking it off.
Yeah.
What are the 10-ounce silver coin buybacks up on the website?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
The 10-ounce buyback silver coins that are up on the website, can we say what they are?
If I knew, yes.
No, because that's in Pakenham, so I'm not.
Yeah.
They're probably the tail end. There'll be a mixture down there. There'll be the tail end of the US stuff. So that 50,000
Talking about
ounce.
10-ounce coins though.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them were. And some other 10-ounce stuff that's come in
Maybe
recently.
Kookaburras.
I would say a lucky dip.
Yeah, there was. I was down there yesterday. There was a 10-ounce cook in there. I'm not guaranteeing it's still there.
Alex, have you been looking at any charts lately?
Alex doesn't look at charts.
Hang on.
We
is
all
that
look
from
at Alex
Desi?
behind.
Is that from Desi?
It is.
Yes, I have.
Will Little Coin Shop be getting the new 2 kilo coin, even if
Yeah.
you can't say what it is?
Yeah.
Perfect. Hi, Michael. What made you get into the bullion business? And did you leave your regular job to start Little Coin Shop and Bullion Now?
Here we go.
Stupidity.
I was avoiding an aviation question all screen.
I can avoid it. I didn't leave my job to do it. My job left me at the time. Well, a combination of both. And we expanded it. But Little Coin Shop has existed for a lot longer than that.
Tyler wants to know if any of the 5-ounce Germania coins are for sale that we showed today.
Well, they're buybacks.
Germania, the next Beast coin, is that coming in soon?
Actually, I don't know.
Why was aviation not mentioned in the stream? Is everything okay? It's now been mentioned, so we're all good.
We're already flying high. Thank you very much.
Will Bullion now be getting the Perth Mint World's biggest gold bar into stock?
Maybe if I get my way, maybe we'll get a variant of the copper version of that.
We'll try and get at least a photo with it while we're over in Perth. We can come over there. Have we bottomed in price? Not financial advice.
I think we are. I said this the last couple of weeks because this has come up. I think we're reaching for the bottom. I think we're there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it won't go a little bit lower because I think we're going to kind of bounce along the bottom for.
Yeah.
I suspect even possibly the rest of the year. We're just going to bounce a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down.
Possibly because you got to know, it's got to be close to the bottom of the barrel when you know that I've bought a few days and it hasn't
And it
dropped.
hasn't collapsed.
Yeah. So this is a signal for me.
Look, it starts to become a point, and this goes across all markets, whether it's shares, bullion, the whole box and dice, where it gets to a point where bad news has no real impact on the price. In fact, quite often bad news actually brings the price to go upwards. Now, it is seen that, and we've seen it for the last several months, if they start lobbing bombs over the fence at Iran, if something goes wrong in the Strait, if interest rates start going up, any of those things, normally the price goes further down. Everyone goes, oh, no, here we go again, and the price dips down, and it will dip down pretty severely. The last couple of weeks, and this is one of the things that I've been noticing, is even when the bad news comes out, we tend to stay where we are or even go up a bit. Even if we do go down, it's usually for a very, very short period of time. In fact, the other day when America started bombing Iran again, the spot price went down for all of about an hour, and then it was back up into positive territory again. So these are the sort of indications that we're starting to see that start to make you think you're getting near the bottom, because all the bad news is baked in and people are going, yeah, well, we already knew that. I'm not worried about that. So I'll buy. It's a bit hesitant today, so I'll buy more. So we see those types of things starting to feed into the market. So yes, we all look at charts and we all pretend we know what we're doing, but there's also indications that aren't charts. They're things like that where you go, actually, the bad news isn't so bad. It's not having that bad reaction anymore.
What kind of products are at Bullion Now Pakenham as opposed to Melbourne? A specific product I'm after is the standard 1 ounce silver wedge-tailed eagle coin from 2026, and I'm wondering if it's available for pickup at Pakenham.
It's actually available in both stores at the moment.
There you go. Will we be getting more of those 1 ounce Swan minted bars?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes to that because I don't think they're sold out. Oh yeah, we're getting the thumbs up. So yes, is the short
we
answer.
sold out of the batch we got, but apparently we are aiming to get more. So stay tuned. Any news or otherwise updates on Bullion Now endeavours outside of Victoria?
Yes, keep your eye out on Monday for some emails to lucky winners going to
Going to Perth. That
I don't
counts.
think that's what they're referencing. But
well, that's what I'm giving.
yeah. Well, as I keep saying, let me get Perth. Let me get Perth.
Oh,
Let me get
timestamp,
Pakenham under
please.
control.
Timestamp, Rubes.
Slip of the tongue. What are the 5 kilo silver buyback cast bars? They'd be ABCs,
They're
wouldn't they?
ABCs.
Yeah. Is there anyone else?
They're almost all ABCs.
Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking of getting the 5 ounce kookaburra on Tuesday. Opinion, please. This will be the numismatic.
Yeah, love it.
Okay. I cannot give you. I haven't seen it.
No, I have. Love it.
5 ounce kookaburra.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Sierra Charlie wants you to get a gold plated microphone, Michael.
Why? Hang on. Why plated?
Gold
that's
plated.
true.
Why plated?
Oh, get a solid gold one.
yeah.
you
Why
reckon?
not?
Okay, well, you got to have the cables run, like the wires running.
Yeah.
out of it.
Superconductor. It's beautiful. It's worth its weight in gold, literally.
How do I buy then the 5 ounce? Who do I contact or email?
I responded.
Perfect. Is there one more Wonders of the World yet to come? Someone also responded, it's still Attila the Hun to come. I grabbed a kilo coin the other night and delivered in less than 2 days. Thank you, Bullion Now. You're welcome. Glad
Like
that
I said, we're
speeding up.
We're not all the way caught up, but we're very close.
Michael, best way to cook a large brisket? Slow cooker, crock pot, or Barbie?
Brisket.
I'd say slow cooked.
Well, I usually do mine in the slow cooker, but I like them. I think all meats taste best when they're cooked slowly and they're cooked with
Eaten rapidly.
cooked with various
Yeah.
spices and sauces and that sort of stuff.
I would say
I'm drooling.
I would say the best way to cook is to leave it to someone else to cook it.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Then they'll do it
That's
wrong,
how you end
Alex.
up with leather.
Yeah.
No,
They'll
no,
get it
no,
done
no,
wrong.
No. I like just a nice. We did one Tuesday night or Wednesday night. I did one for the family. It's amazing how the kids who have left home magically appear when they hear there's a brisket on. So they all came round. It was so good. That one was done in a slow cooker.
Rob Roy, sorry, I've never had brisket. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That is, you got to change that.
Has the Sigma been talked about on the stream before? Would love to hear everyone's thoughts on it when used with a couple of other verification methods. That's one that deserves its own video.
It
in
does.
and of
The
itself.
short answer is big fan of the Sigma, but you got to be careful.
Have you heard or seen the new design of the new Lunar coins coming out?
Yes.
Have I?
Well, I have. I don't know about you. Have I shown you?
Ask
can't
after the
remember.
stream. No, we I
I've had
haven't seen
coffee.
it.
Yeah.
Why are some bullion dealers putting silver on sale? Things have
They're-
slowed down.
Things
little
have slowed down in the market. There
Yeah.
is also a glut in the market. And there is also a lot of bullion dealers, a lot of people have been caught short with, and we have to a degree. It's not fair to project as though, it's only them and not us, where we went through a period there where you just bought whatever you could get your sticky fingers on because we were all just trying to back ourselves, like back our hedges and stuff like that. So there's a degree of, I shouldn't have bought this, but it was the only thing available at the time. We're guilty of it. Every bullion dealer I know is guilty of it. And as an industry, we work on turnover. We can't sit on things for extended periods. Sharks have to keep moving, otherwise they die. We're much the same. We have to keep, spinning because we make such small margins that we've got to just keep them going out the door. And sometimes you just have to special things out just because you need the premium to return back in so I can go out and get something else.
What weighs more, a kilo of gold or a kilo of feathers?
Kilo of platinum.
Is the bullion version of Wonders of Australia a series or a one-off? We're not sure, and that's kind of why we were talking about it.
My
It's-
understanding at the start was that it was part of a series. Now, as I said earlier, I'm just getting a little confused.
No, you can't buy the 5 ounce kookaburra yet. They will be released on Tuesday.
Is that gold, the 5 ounce?
It was
Okay.
silver, I thought. Yeah. I think that's it. We've made it to the bottom of the list.
That went quick today.
It did. This was a fast stream.
It's quick every week,
No, it went quicker today.
which is why we end up at this point where we've been live for almost an hour and a half now, and my computer's about to die because I forgot to bring the charger down. Thank you very much. We say this every week, but we really, really do mean it. This live stream is nothing without the Bullion Now family, without you guys, whether you're listening live right now or whether you're listening, a decade into the future or somewhere in between. So thank you very much for sharing part of your life with us. Every moment you've got, you choose how to spend it, and you chose to spend these moments with us. So we really do appreciate it. We will be...
Thank you also very much to Ross for the coffees. And I have to say, this is the best coffee I've had in a long time.
Oh, it's good hot
I
chocolate.
did pour
can
it
tell you.
myself, though, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But,
Yeah, so a big shout out to, the whole Bullion Now family. So thank you very much for the various ways people support us. The family supports us. And it is very, very varied from, hot chocolates at live stream through to,
and just
bumping into
Yeah.
people in the street or in other countries and airports and all sorts of things.
and the conversations and the thanks we get in store, it's really appreciated. So thank you.
We will be back next week. Not only that, we'll be back over the weekend. I'm working on Saturday, which is going to be a little culture shock because I haven't worked in the store on a Saturday for a number of months.
He's going to be a bit rusty, so go easy on him.
I served a couple of customers just before coming into here, and it wasn't pretty. There's going to be a lot. I should apologise to particularly the finance department on Monday.
Did you pay? Did you make payment?
We need to hurry this up. I've got 2 minutes to make the Perth Mint payments. No one reminded me. So thank you very, very much for tuning in. We will be back next week. We will be back with all sorts of things, and we will be back next Friday at 2:30 Melbourne time. Join us.
Or thereabouts. All right. Have a
that's
great
right.
weekend,
See ya.
everyone. See ya.